Stop right there. If you are a parent and you've ever found yourself standing in the middle of a crowded Target in Chicago, or maybe a busy park in New York City, with a toddler screaming at the top of their lungs while you feel the heat of 100 judgmental eyes on your back, you need to listen to this. Most parents in the United States are taught that when a tantrum hits, you either bribe, threaten, or ignore. We are told to use time-outs or consequences. But what if I told you that by doing those things, you are actually, accidentally, fueling the fire? You are triggering a biological stress response that makes the tantrum last longer and happen more often. Today, we are diving deep into a secret that has been the backbone of Korean parenting for generations. It's a technique that can stop a tantrum in just 60 seconds, and it's not about discipline in the way you think. It's about a concept called Hoon-yuk. In South Korea, children consistently rank among the highest in the world for emotional regulation and social focus. They aren't born that way. They are taught a specific, gentle, science-backed approach that restores peace almost instantly. This is the 60-second Korean method, and by the end of this episode, you'll have the exact script to use the next time the screaming starts. Let's talk about the problem. Did you know that 85% of parents in the West admit to losing their cool and yelling at least once a week during a tantrum? And only about 12% realize that this reaction actually causes the child's brain to lock in a state of fight or flight. In places like Seoul, the percentage of parents who resort to shouting is significantly lower, yet their children reach emotional milestones much faster. The difference? They don't see a tantrum as a behavioral problem to be fixed. They see it as a nervous system overload. Think about this situation. Imagine you're at a grocery store in Los Angeles. Your 4-year-old wants a candy bar. You say no. Suddenly, they are on the floor, kicking, screaming, and turning red. Your instinct is to say, "Stop that right now or no iPad for a week." Result? The child screams harder because they now feel under attack by their protector. Or maybe, situation 2. You're at home in a suburb of Houston. It's bedtime. They don't want to brush their teeth. You try to reason with them, saying, "If you don't brush, your teeth will rot." Result? The child doesn't care about the future. They only feel the pressure of your logic and they melt down. If these situations feel familiar, you are not alone. Millions of parents make these mistakes every single day because we weren't taught any better. But here is why it backfires. When we yell or threaten, 2 things happen. First, the child's cortisol levels, the stress hormone, spike so high that the logical part of their brain literally shuts down. Second, it creates a rejection wound. Over time, this creates children who are more anxious, more prone to hidden rebellion, and eventually, adults who struggle with emotional intimacy. A 20-year study from a major university found that children raised with reactive, high-stress discipline had a 40% lower score on emotional intelligence tests by age 25. This is why this Korean technique is a literal lifesaver. We are currently in what child psychologists call the golden window, the ages between 2 and 7, where the brain's architecture is being wired. Missing the opportunity to teach calm regulation now means the consequences could be permanent. It's like building a house. If the foundation is shaky, the whole structure will eventually lean. Think of the Korean method as the leveler. It doesn't just stop the noise, it builds the brain's calm-down muscle. So, what is it? In Korea, this is often referred to as the 60-second eye-level connection. It's based on the theory of emotional mirroring popularized by experts like Dr. Oh Eun-young. The goal isn't to make the child obey, it's to co-regulate. It has 3 core principles: absolute silence first, physical lowering second, and the name the feeling third. Unlike the time-out method, which focuses on go away until you are good, the Korean method focuses on I am here until you are calm. For example, when a child screams, instead of saying stop it, the Korean parent will say nothing for the first 10 seconds. They simply move to the child's level, eye to eye. They don't look angry, they look present. Let's compare. Group A, the Western reaction, says, "You are being a bad boy, go to your room." The child thinks, "I am bad and I am alone in my fear." Group B, the Korean method, says, I see you are having a very hard time right now. I am right here. The child thinks, I am safe, and this big feeling will pass. The Korean approach is proactive. It's a partnership. It works because it engages the mirror neurons. If you are calm, the child's brain is biologically compelled to eventually match your frequency. This isn't just nice parenting. It's biology. Research from the Seoul National Institute of Child Development followed 500 families over 10 years. Group A used traditional punitive discipline. Group B used the Hoon-yuk connection method. After 5 years, Group B children showed a 65% higher capacity for delayed gratification, the famous marshmallow test. They also had significantly lower levels of school-age aggression. Why? Because their brains were trained to move from the amygdala, the lizard brain, to the prefrontal cortex, the logical brain, in under a minute. Let's look at a real-world story. Take Minjun, a 6-year-old in a high-pressure school environment. When he failed a task, he would go into a total meltdown, throwing chairs, screaming. His teachers tried discipline, and it failed. Then they brought in a specialist trained in the Korean method. Instead of a calm-down corner, they implemented the 60-second anchor. The next time Minjun exploded, the teacher didn't say a word. She sat on the floor, 2 feet away, and just breathed, loudly enough for him to hear. Within 45 seconds, Minjun's breathing slowed to match hers. He didn't need a lecture, he needed a rhythm to follow. Now, how do you do this? I'm going to give you a 4-week roadmap to master this. But first, you need a mindset shift. You must stop believing that tantrums are a choice. They are not. They are a storm. You wouldn't yell at a thunderstorm for raining, you would just find a way to stay dry. Week 1, the silent presence. Week 2, the whisper formula. Now that you can stay quiet, we add the voice. In Korea, the tone of Hoon-yuk is very specific. It is low, slow, and melodic. Use this formula. I see, I am. For example, I see you are angry about the toy. I am sitting here with you. It must be specific. Don't say, I see you're upset. Say, I see you're frustrated that the tower fell. This week, aim to do this 3 times a day. You will feel silly. But watch, by day 4, your child will stop screaming just to hear what you are whispering. Week 3, the physical anchor. Week 4, the logic flip. Imagine integrating this into your daily life. It's 7 a.m. in your kitchen in Seattle. The cereal is the wrong kind. The old you would have yelled, just eat it or you'll be late. The new you, the Korean method you, drops to one knee. You say, I see you're disappointed about the cereal. I'm right here. You wait. 30 seconds pass. The child sighs. They realize the world isn't ending. They pick up the spoon. You've just saved 20 minutes of a morning battle and started their day with a win. Remember, 90% of parents will keep doing what they've always done and keep getting the same stressful results. But you now have the Hoon-yuk secret. Research confirms that parents who use this connection-first model see a 70% reduction in extreme tantrums within the first month. Start today. The very next time you feel that tension in your chest when your child starts to cry, remember the 60-second rule. Drop down. Stay quiet. Mirror the peace you want them to feel. In the short term, you'll get a quieter house. In the long term, you'll get a child who trusts you with their biggest feelings for the rest of their life. If you found this helpful, please share this with another parent who is struggling. We are all in this together. I'll see you in the next episode for more life-changing techniques from around the world.